Hey guys, I'm Ton of Video Towner here, and welcome to another video. And yes, we are playing the game that I said that was a horror game that's disguised as an innocent little dating sim called Doki Doki Literature Club. So, let's get started. Uh, no, I know it's in the game. You agree that you have noticed the game's age rating in your region, and you consent to the exposure of highly disturbing content. Does that include suicide? Let me see. Yeah, no, it's only in my headset. Of course it has to be the Talinator. Okay, so I'm gonna do a bit of a... Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air, and like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. The girl is Sayori, my neighbor and my good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe because I decided to stop and waited for you? You say that like you were going to ignore. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Talinator. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean if you want to. Listen, I will leave you behind. Don't test me. I'm not in the mood for this today. Whatever you say, Sayori. By the way, Talinator, have you decided on the club to join yet? Club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. That is a key to a good friendship with a girl that's your friend, that just disagree or else you'll get yelled at. Same with being a girlfriend. Yeah, that sums up boyfriend and girlfriend pretty well. Siri likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting on by that, but on at the average, while spending my free time on games and anime. I'm not gonna lie, that's my free time, except for I spend more of it on games than anime. I was talking about I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Okay, is this game reading into my files? Does it see how many hours I have in the video game? Your happiness is really important to me, you know. I don't give a... And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Now, I don't know what that means. Probably an insult. I don't care. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs to make you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me that you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that I'm doing. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? I don't know! More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. Yeah, seeing her worried so much about me makes me want to ease her mind, at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Depression? That's actually anxiety. School day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Jerry wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Oh my god, is that a club at my school? I wouldn't join it. I know there's like a D&D club. I'd check that one out. I'll check that one out any day if I get news of it. Hello? Sayori? What are you doing here? Sayori must have come in the classroom while I was spacing out. I looked around and realized I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so that's why I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. Why, thank you! My job is to space out! You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club. I have a bad sense of humor, I think. Well, I thought you might just need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori? Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie! Sayori is vice president of the literature club? Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title as vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. Oh, this is why you have no parents. I actually don't know. I haven't seen her parents in this game. I do know Natsuki has a very abusive dad. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell Sayori. I can't tell Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I think it's a little bit of both. He's a genius mastermind. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yay, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Oh man, that was amazing. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visited. Sayori's full of energy. Swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member's here. I told you don't call me a new member. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, telling you, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly classic anime dating sim fashion, but I'm not saying that. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude. I win the Natsuki's boost again. This girl with a sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can ignore her when she gets. You can ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear. I should have whispered it then. Then goes back towards the other girl. Anyways, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. This is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears to be comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Oh well. Why'd I went to Yuri? Oh well, it's nice to meet the both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. Great to see you again, Talinator. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica's probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. Emotional, damn it! Simon smiled at me so gently, feels a little. You too, Monica. Come sit down there. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them, so I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have few desks arranged to form a table. And as Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the classroom where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling a little awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Actually, this is not going to be our sour attitude, bitch. Okay, are you ready? I can't. I don't know how to do that voice. All I know is to do sassy girl voice, Sayori, Yuri, and frickin' Monica. Monica's still civil, won't be for long. Yuri is quiet and collected, won't be for long. Natsuki, attitude. Sayori is just the happy and the go cheerful. Ta-da! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Man, I don't care what they look like, just give me one. Whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea we were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry up and take one. Sayori grabs one first, and then Monica and I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. It's been 5 seconds. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. You can't help but to notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Wait a minute, is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. Wait, let me try it again. Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for you. No, you, English. English mother, do you speak it? Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri turns to the table carrying a tea set. Now, this might take a few videos to get to the creepy part, but trust me, it's coming. I might play multiple things because there are multiple endings or multiple paths you could take depending on which character you choose to go with or which poems you write for. I don't know a lot of them. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Why do I feel I'm supposed to be British? I guess? Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not, Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading may not be my pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. She faintly smiled to herself. Yuri, it looked like you. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. This just... I'm glad voice actors are allowed to mess up, or else I would be terrible. Just like the person in Spider-Man, Peterman. If y'all seen that YouTube short. Or it might be a video too. Monica raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? Well, you see, somebody just decided to tell them that new member was coming when I didn't hear no window this bull. Something I shouldn't tell Monica that was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make clubs fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into the literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. I frickin' hate literature. I don't like reading. I may be an anime fan, but I don't like reading manga. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. There are some books that can grab your attention, some manga can, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow in this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. That sounded gay. How do you do a sassy voice where you know it, without it sounding like a gay person? No offense, I'm not homophobic, trust me. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have really worked hard to just find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Although I don't really know if I can keep up with the level of enthusiasm about literature out of all things. So Talinator, what kind of things do you like reading? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. Oh, wait. Mutter. Can't go back, can I? Nah. Manga. Natsuki head perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Nah, I'm not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Manga is literature, whether you like it or not. Literature is reading. May not be good literature, but it's literature nonetheless. Anyways, what about you, Yuri? I don't think I've even read manga before. Why am I defending it? Well, let's see. She traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build a deep and complex fantasy world. Those are usually tough books I'm interested in. Just I don't like reading, so that ruins it. The love of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you out of a loop? That made no sense. That was a lot of big words. Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Oh my god, I love horror. Not books, but games. I don't think I've played a lot of horror games on channel. I didn't do that. There's a lot of horror games I haven't played on channel that I should. Like Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 8, and Resident Evil 2. I don't think I've recorded it. I feel like I have. Yes. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, you might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I mean, I have a hard head, but that's going a bit too far. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For something as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, I just... Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. So, you looking at me for? That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind, nice puppy. I'm glad she's not one of those weird anime fans that draw those types of fan fiction. She would have been caught in 4K Ultra HD. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud. And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do. I'm not cute. I can't. Natsuki. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess. Maybe sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writing yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. Actually, I'm pretty sure it is completely confidence. What are you talking about? The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up your readers. Yeah, my mouth's getting dry. Exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have experience? Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poem. You all sit silent for a moment. Okay, I have an idea for everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write poems of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us get into a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Talinator? Hold on, there's still one problem. I never said it. Sayuri may have convinced me to stop by. I never made my decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and they're going. Okay. Natsuki looks pissed. Monica does look dejected. Sayuri looks dejected. Yuri looks in relief. So what is that supposed to mean, Yuri? But I'm sorry. I thought now that's dejected. That's still a little bit pissed off, but you know. Talinator, you all. Son of a. Okay, I'm not saying that sentence. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Yay! I'm a little girl that can't think for myself. That is a dumb. Hey! You really did scare me there for a moment. If you really just came to visit... If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Was the reason I came in the first place. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Talinator, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? In real life, I don't even have mediocre writing skills. I suck. A lot of videos have scripts. I'm not scripting this. I'm winging it. I already feel anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue the chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their field of let's say building. Hey, Tanner, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sarah and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for the club. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club and make our way for home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. By the way, guys, I'm almost at 100 subscribers. I'm gonna do something special at 100 subscribers. I might do two things: a special series and something else that I've been thinking about. The special series might just be me playing Assassin's Creed VR, because that's a series I really wanted to get to, and I feel like it's a good series to do on whatchamacallit, my 100 subscriber special. But yeah. So, please subscribe. I need 2 more and I'm at 100. So let's go. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think the favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. I'll be honest, the person's definitely Yuri. It was Sayori. You know what? No, we're just gonna ignore the implications of that. She likes deep words that, mean a lot of things. Vertigo, yeah. A lot of words I don't know. Hopeless. Okay then. Scars. Okay then. Disarray. Vitality. Rain cloud. Okay. Please understand. Heartbeat. I mean, heartbeat can be for Sayori what she likes in poems. Essence. Memory. Okay. I don't want to know what that implies. Uncontrollable? Yeah. Insight. Raindrops. I did it. Hi again, Talinator. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Come on, me. We could leave right now. We could run. I know Sayori will chase after us. But get out of here! Yeah. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else was already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Talinator. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Shut Joe! Sayori told me you didn't even want to join the club, any club this year. Sayori, you snitch! And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. What? Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. swiftly defeated. Natsuki flops back. Don't worry, guys. Connor always gives it his best. As long as he's having fun. I'm not having fun! He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Yuri, that's because your room is so messy. It's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two really are good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Tana can come get as good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sorry I made it sound like a big deal, but it's really not. What do I do? Thought that was me for a second because I imagined myself saying, there. I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So, any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah. I don't want to make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. He reaches the bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So, I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you want to. This is... Oh, this girl actually being so cute. I hope my mic picked that up because I was being quiet because that's usually what Yuri is. She picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect tomorrow to kick off some schedule activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. The Yuri and Monica are having cheesy... I thought that said cheesy. I was going to say, what are they talking about if it's cheesy? Cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. It's been 5 seconds! I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet, probably to find her manga. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. At the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her reading. I got a glimpse of the cover of the book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at it. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. Okay, none of this cheesy stuff. Okay, I want horror. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered something I made it uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed it in the first place. But I'm just reading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? I want to read some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book, huh? Well, when I stopped by at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I just happened to buy two of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading this soon. Glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Relatable for you is... No, I'm not gonna spoil what you are. That show. What's it about anyways? Well, Portrait of Marco. Honest looking iPhone on the front cover. Okay, that just seems like that's part of the lore. Alright, I just want to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of not relatable at all. It's kind of dark, isn't it? You're gonna make it sound like it's gonna be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of. You're not a fan of that sort of thing, Terminator. Yeah, it's not that. I mean, I'm definitely gonna enjoy those kind of stories. Don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that you're using her. She's so silent and recluse on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. Yeah, psychopathic is the word. It's just that these kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals in life, or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they made it turn. They're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with their villain's plans. I'm rambling, man. Not again. I'm sorry. Nice, don't apologize. I ramble too. That's why I'm frickin' messing up my voices. I haven't lost interest or anything. I've lost interest 5 seconds ago. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. Yeah, people at school. I'm passionate about video games, so let me talk my stuff. And YouTubing, okay? People find it annoying when I talk about that a lot. But they're just a bunch of a-holes. The least I can do is listen. It's a club of literature after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I hadn't put in my bag. This is not me whatsoever. Alright. It's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to you. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That's reading in that is reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up tracking you or anything.
Alright.
I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. That sounds really creepy. But it's not particularly a bad thing. That's a lie and 3/4. That sounds like horrifying. That seems maybe a little dragging, but feeling is somewhat comforting. Having the presence of someone over your shoulder sounds terrifying. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just,
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry.
What did I just say?
I mean,
Here, this is book, right? Beside my desk until it's up against Yuri's. And I hold my book between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders almost touching. Okay, this is getting a bit too intimate. Intimate. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I just use my right hand to hold the book. I guess this makes it kind of difficult to turn page.
Here.
I spaced out for a minute. I was like, what just happened? This is different. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same thing with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page, and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. Just as if I can feel the warmth. Okay then. Okay, calm down now.
Are you ready?
Eh?
Turn the page.
I'm sorry. I think I got distracted for a second. I don't know if I'll be able to keep it.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I could do.
That does not look like a short read, by the way. I think it's just a short read because you read fast.
Since you're so patient, you've been so patient with me.
Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she's finishes the page before me. So I turn it on my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. Excuse me? Reading's supposed to be the least intimate thing there is, unless you're reading manga, or a specific type of manga that I won't get into. It just has stuff to do with technical and anime. Oh shit, I didn't read that.
Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she...
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she's also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but that kind of reminisces of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
Yuri remains silent for a moment.
A talent. That's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her.
Not necessarily, you can second guess yourself for the best.
so embarrassing that you think that.
Wait, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it that in a bad way or nothing. Sorry, I didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute.
What are you saying all of a sudden?
I will bring out a voice that no one in school has heard me heard except for a select few that sounds sexy as hell. Everyone in my school will not believe me, but I will do that for my own character. Actually, I can only really do it perfectly when saying darling. I might do it for the next video. If this video gets at least like 2 likes, 2 to 3 likes, I'll do it. Because I know I'm not getting 10 on this.
What are you saying all of a sudden?
Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other.
We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Is everything alright there? You look kind of down.
I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this.
It's not, it's fine.
Alright, I guess I'll do some reading tonight. Or would you prefer if I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's a good reason. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Alright. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. Maybe agreed to do something so embarrassing. Stop accidentally skipping stuff! Oh. Where does that? I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find something to share with? I can't wait. See, Susie, pull out their poems. Sarah is the one is on a wrinkled sheet of blue leaf torn and from a spout notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. We're going to Yuri first, because I made it for her. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should talk with her. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighting. Exceptional! What was that?
Did I say that loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
Going to hate me?
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have?
Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh? Well, I know that. I just meant, yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writer habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matters, and they form fit the 2 words together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakness. Once you're since our train of thought, it's as if I Now that's getting dry. The stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can look for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it will all come with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I hope that everyone in the club gives you valuable feedback. I think it can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I like talking shit. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, or to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. After all, is this supposed to be religious? This is a freaking hard type of handwriting to read, especially someone that doesn't wear glasses and needs them. Ghost under the light. Oh, that's from the song I read. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the ember's glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, breathing air off the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. So I guess that's where they got those lines from, the frickin' song. Howard CG is a genius. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. What took you a long time to read? Well, I just don't read scripts very often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty. That's a relief. I really like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it, I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. You better not be writing other types of things. Are you into ghost stories? I guess. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all down here. Really? I must have missed the point. I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts and feelings and experiences in their work. They usually do more than just tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Yeah? It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah, if anything, I probably learned a thing or two from you. You think so? Well, actually, I gotta get going, guys, because I got like about 20 seconds more to record before it shuts off. Because I can only record for an hour on the PS5. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Remember, 100 subscribers, I'll do something special. And if I get at least like 2 to 3 likes in this video, I'll show you the voice I say darling in. And it has shocked multiple of my friends. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.